Hey everybody, welcome. Let me just adjust that mic. There we go. So it is officially that. There we go. So it is officially March 10th, which is Mario Day. News to me. So hence the outfit. But what we are building is the 1989 Batman Batwing. Okay, the 1989 movie. So we have it here. Let's get stepping. We have done bags 1 to 6. So today we're going to try and get through 7, 8, and 9, just because we're doing it that way. So here we have everything. I'm basically running out of space, but you know what? We're going to get through it. We have the tiny little Batman here on the side for moral support because that makes sense. But as it stands, this is quite the build. So let's see here. You know, the cool thing is that this is built to be able to be mounted on the wall. And I'm leaning towards that as where this is going to end up because honestly, it's just super cool. It is a very cool display item. I also have the tumbler from Batman Begins, which is also super cool. So let's get started. Oh, we already have people watching. How many bags are there? So there's 12. There's 13, but the 13th one is just like a little display thing for all the figures and stuff. So, uh, but yeah, there is 12 for the 13 for the entire setup, and then 12 of them are specific to the actual Batwing itself, I guess. But all right, let's see here. I'm trying to make as much room as possible because we have more henchmen, or one more henchman from the 1988. I think like there was a very distinct type of henchman that was in the 1989 Tim Burton Batman, and they were ridiculous. But at the same time, like it's hilarious in general, just because it was a great time to be alive. So let's see here. There we have the torso. I don't know where the legs are, but that is the first thing on the list. Oh, he also has a boombox. If you remember the 1989 movie, it comes with a little boombox. So let me just adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. Let's go there. That should be good. Hey, there we go. All right. So he has a boombox. I don't see the legs here. They are black though, so I may have just missed them through this, but I think they're somewhere in here. I may have to sideline those for a little bit just because there are so many pieces. So many pieces. But hey, it's Batman. What are you going to do? That's how it goes. So, in the meantime, we're going to keep on building everything because that makes absolute sense. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to finagle all this, but I'm sure it'll slowly come together by itself. So let's put him on the side for now. And we're looking at some longer pieces first. Like we have these. I mean, 4. And we're going to move this around so it's the other way. Like just holding the thing, it's a very substantial piece, but at the same time, you know. Oh, all right. So let's go here. We have it's going can't tell. It goes almost that high. So here, here. Oh no, I did it wrong. Ooh, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get out. There we go. Ah, perfect. Let's start it right there. Mm-hmm. It there? Where is this supposed to go? It doesn't make sense. I don't think I can do that. Hmm. It goes up to here, right? And then one more goes there. Okay. Hey, what's happening, Serge? How you doing, buddy? So this is a little bit more. Yeah, I definitely need more space, that's for sure. I'm enjoying this significantly, but at the same time, like, it's a lot. It's a lot to figure out. Itemize things a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I tell you, Kyle is supposed to be coming, and he keeps on trying to say to open up everything, and now I kind of feel like I did open up everything, and I regret it thoroughly. Now I got to find all the little pieces, but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. Okay, I need one of those. These, good. Second one, perfect. And then me try and find these. Okay. How's everybody else enjoying their Sunday? Because I am. Oh, went out a little bit. Some stuff. Very enjoyable. But now it's Batman time. There we go. Found it. Okay. So we are putting these bad boys together. There. And what are the other ones? Quite a few that we're putting together here. So one of those. Two. Like that. One, and I think a longer one. I think those are all of them that we need here. Yeah. All right. So put them to the side. Bring back up the Batwing. Tell you, it is substantial, but at the same time, it is top tier. So let's go here and there. It's a great start. So we have one and two of these. One is a little one. All these three, that's fine. That goes there. Then there is two of these, one of these. I think I need a few more of these bad boys. Those. One. Okay, so one goes down here. Looks like we do a little one. Those are the three. these. One up there. And looks like we need one. Two. No. Hmm. Okay. See. It's one of these. Okay, so 4. Then the long one. And then a 3. Welcome, everyone. We are making the Batwing. It is a huge project, and I am enjoying it thoroughly. So, let's go with... Yeah, hey, what's up, Titanium? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. I tell you, I appreciate the support greatly, everyone. That is for sure. But like I said, I am still waiting on others. We might have Angie pop in, and Kyle might. It'll be very exciting. No. Where are you? Down here. That's okay over there. I have been well, sir. I have been well. I am enjoying this build. I feel like I'm just taking it easy on this wonderful Sunday because, as one should, I feel like it's important to have days of rest on occasion. That makes everything. For now, I am alone, but hey, we'll see what happens a little bit later. I'm sure there will be others who will. Oh, Jesus, that I need 43 of those bad boys. My God. Okay. It's gonna go. Hey. Mhm. Try and keep everything together. Are you dressed like Mario? I am dressed like Mario, specifically because it's March 10th, which is Mario Day. I didn't know this, but hey, you learn something new every day. It's one of those things that is interesting, right? So we need there and one of these, and all right. So it looks like it's 2 down from there, and we're going with this, and that. Okay. Now I'm going to put these aside because I have count of 43 of these little things. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. So let's try and count these. Okay. So that's 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's another 5. So that's, oh, I'm about, yeah, I think I would say I've just cracked halfway. So it's pretty substantial of a piece, but like now I'm kind of building. You're going to build the cockpit and everything like that. So now we're just trying to make everything look pretty. So that's 15. Okay, there's 20. 3, 25. There, 25, 30. 30, 35. Good. And 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. There's 40 and 3. That is. Would I want to learn some Finnish? I mean, you can share some. I will happily do my best. I'm not sure that I will learn much, but hey, I don't know. I always am I'm usually pretty good with languages, but I find that it's always best to immerse oneself. Like, so every time that I've traveled to another country and been doing stuff there, I found it substantially easier to learn languages when you had no other option. But at the same time, that is it's a lot. It's a lot to process as a person. But you know, it still is a thing. So let's see here. Just gonna try put this in a reasonable place. In the meantime, feel free. I would love to learn some because you know what? If you don't learn something, that's a lost day. That is never a good thing. So let's go here. Let me move my mic out of the way and try and set these up. As there's my beard hair. I think the one advantage of having white hair in my beard is I can see the hair. So there, there, there. What countries have I been to? So, ooh, that is a good list. So, my wife was born in London, so we've gone to the UK a few times. We've been to Hong Kong. I've been to China before, many moons ago. Um, Caribbean states, lots of places. I haven't traveled as much as I want. Like I went to Paris once. I went to where else? I had a layover in Zurich. That was a nice place. Way too overpriced, but you know, Zurich. What are you going to do? Yeah, I haven't traveled as much. I traveled so when I was really young, we did a lot of traveling. I was fortunate that way, but like it's like we went to Germany, we went to Italy. I've been all over Greece, and we went to a lot of islands. I even been to Ephesus and Turkey and stuff. Looks like a complicated project, especially since all the pieces are the same color. Thank you very much, Sasha. I appreciate that. That's yeah, it is hilariously, I am thankful that my I don't need glasses yet. I was my both my parents had pretty good eyes until they got older, and then they needed reading glasses, but usually they're okay. But uh, I've been okay, but it is a taxing thing to have to figure out all the little details with this stuff. Luckily, there's instructions. What's up, Cole? Cole, let me know if you want to come over, if you want to hang out, if you're not busy. I know you have many things on the go, sir. So don't. I right now. I know Kyle said he was. I think he was going to come, but I'm not sure if he's coming or not. So right now I am a one man show, entertaining and building all the things. That's I need readers since I turned 41. Oh, that really, man. I find myself like I'll move stuff away to read it, but I don't like it's more so that I'm trying to absorb it differently as opposed to actually not being able to see. But at the same time, like it's inevitable. It happens, right? That was one of my worries because like now I'm at a point where I've almost overcome diabetes, but one of the big risks with diabetes is your vision can be impaired, and I had to get checked because they do that for people who have diabetes, and they're like, why can't you see the comments? Ah, titanium. That's because they're on YouTube. That's why. That's why. And I'm running out of space, so I can trying to work my mouse and everything. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things that it is concerning because like I pride myself on being able to see. Like I have eagle eyes. Like I'll see stuff from far away, and I can usually piece it together. And but there's nothing more when I'm like, oh, it's the same thing. Like I know a lot of people talk about how when they lose their uh, uh, license stuff like that. Like it is when you can't when you need somebody else to read it. You're like, ugh, definitely impactful for your feelings of youthfulness. Let's call them. Let's see here. All right. So we are here. 4 of these. 4 of these big bastards. Made 1 square. 2 of the flat ones. See here. Yeah, no, it's like everyone gets older, right? What word would I like to know? How do you say, like, what's the traditional greeting for like good morning? I know in Cantonese it's Josan, Kalimera in Greek, Buenos dias in Spanish. I don't know what it is in Finnish though. So there's the henchman. Looks pretty good if I can get it to focus. There we go. Looks pretty good. Stick it with Batman right there. He's got the boom box, which is super cool. But yeah, I feel like knowing, like, that's one of the things that really goes. Oh, what is that? Hiva Piva. Is it Hiva Piva? Because that sounds awesome. It really does. I feel like if somebody just heard that, they'd be like, "What did you just say to me?" Which, let's be honest, I would be that guy. Hey, Hiva Piva, you there, bro? Oop. There goes. Where was that from? Ah, I see it. And the one thing is, because I'm moving it around a lot, it's not that tight. Okay, I need more work. That's fair. That is a reasonable conclusion, sir. I think that we're all just trying to work things out at this point. But hey, what do I know? Here, okay, let's go. This bad boy goes here. These go here. And these two. Beautiful, beautiful. It is, right? Is it like Eva Pava? It's one of those things. Ah, there we go. My partner in crime here.
Oh, how's it going there, Batwing?
Hey, I definitely wasn't asleep or anything.
I mean, that is a reasonable thing, sir. Yeah, no. I tell you, there is. I feel like now. Hi, yellow shirt.
Oh God.
I mean,
So apparently we're not finished with him.
I mean, of all the people that we've had from Twitch, Mr. Titanium has definitely been the most reasonably decent, because a while ago, so you guys are aware, we had a few people that were that came from Twitch, and they kept on trying to get Kyle to dance for him, which I was like, "What is happening?" It was quite aggressive. I'll tell you that. All right.
Thank God we shared that.
I mean, people need to be held accountable. I think they need to know that is the kind of stuff that is not
fully accepted by you.
I mean, not 100%. Like, it is entertaining as fuck. Like, I'll give you that. That's for sure. But at the same time, it's definitely one of those things that I feel like people need. If you don't call them out, then they're gonna think it's okay, and you're like, no, it's definitely not okay. That's for sure. But then, hey, what the hell do I know, right? And the answer to that is not much.
I say to you all the time. What the hell do you know?
Factual, sir. Factual. That is. Okay, I'm trying to see where this goes. that's there. Oh, okay. So this goes here. This goes here.
So the
Interesting.
Oscars are tonight. 96th.
His name is Kyle. You can call instead of Yellow Shirt Guy, Kyle is his name. You can definitely use that.
Yeah. I wish my thing only had a name tag. Pretty sure it's there in Finland too. There.
Sarcasm will get you everywhere, sir. That is fair. That is fair.
One-way trip to Lonely Town.
Yeah. Well, earlier Titanium was asking where I've traveled, and I'm like, I've been to a lot of places. I definitely want to go. Actually, this last time that we were in the UK, we went. He's now Taupe Shirt Guy. Ah, Victoria.
She is no longer invited.
There's no.
More of a green.
More of a green. I mean, that was definitely one of the difficult parts with dating Victoria, because Victoria knows colors because she's in fashion and that's her degree and all that kind of stuff. But for myself, I'm like, I know like 7 colors. And that's it.
I like the rainbow has 8. And you're like, nope. Nope. Because they call it purple violet, I'm out.
Yep, I'm out. That's it. That is just bluish red. That's Kyle. Kyle, are you on Twitch too?
Yeah, somewhere. Same name, I assume.
I mean, that's the one advantage of having a unique name is most of the time it's not going to get taken. So you're like, you just deal with that. So, all right. Now we have number 3 and number 9. Number 3 and number 9. Okay. So I am not a fan of putting stickers on, but at the same time, it's much harder to do later. So
I think it's my first name and last name. It's under my profile there. It's under my photo there, or video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get water. I'll be back.
You should.
I should. Keep us alive, or so we're told and convinced.
Ooh, that's good. That worked out well. Okay, let me put these aside. I'll put these bad boys here. What name, Kyle? So on his, if you see on here, if I go big, you can see right there, it says at Kyle Petrilla. And then you go there. That would be the name. That is his name. And now, will he answer to it? Sometimes no. Because,
Because Big Sexy is what I usually
That's his traditional call sign is Big Sexy. So, realistically,
Or Taupe. But you know what's funny is I know what Victoria does, and I wasn't gonna fuck with the question with it, but so I looked up what Taupe was, just to make sure that my shirt was not, because it's just lighting. But
like, also true. That is also true.
It's just a lighting thing, but I'm just like, no, Victoria, it is green.
Let's see here. Trying to see where this goes. I need 4 of these. Okay, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotcha. So this goes on this side. All right. Yeah, I was gonna try that. So I came home and I ate what I had made overnight, and it was good. But at the same time, I'm like, man, Kyle. I went to Kyle's and Kyle gave me chips, and I was like, man, now they're just looking at me, and I'm like, I want to eat those chips, but I can't because I'm doing Lego. It's one of those things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, and then 2 of these. No, that seems too long. All right, that's them.
I'm sure if you followed that name, it is the right one.
Probably.
If somebody took mine, it would be amazing. And I'd be amazed if I didn't take it first. Like, I'm on Twitch, but I don't use it. Will.
He's on Twitch. Doesn't usually Twitch though.
Oh, actual twitching all the time. But my first time on Twitch? I'll tell you about it.
Please do.
After I finish the chocolate bar.
That's only reasonable. Well, here. Hilariously, so just this is the life that I lead here. I wish I could still get all dressed chips here. Oh, listen, all dressed chips. So I'm a huge fan of all dressed chips. But I gotta feel it too. So just so Victoria can get her last word, she's like, "This is taupe, okay? This is taupe."
That's not what my shirt is.
His shirt is green. That is true. So
don't worry. Look me up on YouTube.
Here.
No, but like Serge, yeah. I don't know why you guys are like, let's have a billion of everything except chips. Somehow we need 3 fucking flavors in the States. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Regular and barbecue, and I don't even know what salt and vinegar is that even there? Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's the thing is they'll have cotton candy flavor, and you're like, why is that? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but somehow ketchup on potatoes sounds fucking insane.
Which is like notoriously American.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
and then dill pickle, fantastic. Like, I can't even move to the States unless I'm rich enough to bring my chips.
I think that's fair.
Thank you, Titanium.
Thank you, Titanium. We appreciate that. Oh no, definitely. It's one of those things where you're kind of like, why don't they like? I remember so hilariously later in the month, I'm going to Florida to go see my mom, and you came to America and loved it. But I'm gonna bring chips this time.
Hickory sticks, they aren't there either.
Bro, I love hickory sticks.
Yeah, me too.
Like the funny thing is that hickory sticks always come in a smaller bag. But then like there's a reason because you can't have too many hickory sticks. You're just like, I can't. It's just too
no, but they come in a bag. No, but like
it's a smaller bag, but they're
it's fucking has more potato. It has more chips than anything, any other bag. Like
also true
because they're too big to like they're too small to like take up space. Like
yeah, no. It's the weirdest thing, but they are. Thank you very much, Titanium. It's greatly appreciated. You know, I
followed you home last night.
Serge says I had dill pickle chips. Dill pickle chips. So I didn't always like dill pickle chips because I always felt because I like sour cream and onion. So I would like, oh, sour cream and onion. They're like, no, it's dill. I'm like, god damn it. But now I do like them. Sorry?
I'm the opposite.
Oh yeah. That's fair.
Sour cream and onion, I will have some when people have them around and stuff, but I never buy them.
Yeah.
There is a brand of chip in the Costco, the super big bags, and it's like there's a dill pickle, and I don't know what brand. Like it's some different brand, and it's fucking solid. They're good. They might be the best. I don't know.
I mean, like, listen, it's one of those things that, like, hilariously. So, have you ever had ketchup chips that aren't red?
I am now intrigued. No, I have not.
Hey, so the red in ketchup chips is just dye. They don't.
Well, they proved that already. The red in chips was the red in ketchup was dye because they had purple and.
Also true, yeah. But like I've had ketchup chips that were like just potato colored, like it wasn't. And I was like, it was the trippiest experience because you're just like, it's supposed to be like ketchup fingers are like one of the things. Like I don't like eating Cheetos because I get Cheeto fingers, which people are like, that's part of the experience. I'm like, no, I'm fat. I don't need Cheeto stains on my clothes. That's not It's not.
People already expect this of me.
Would Bigfoot be a good name to call? I mean, he'll hunt you down, so don't do that. That is not.
You discovered Bigfoot as he was murdering you. Anyways,
Yeah. Also factual. Yeah, you don't want that. That's never good.
I said that to somebody like the other day. Honestly, I'm just like, would you? Okay, everybody would. What are these?
So they're potato chips, but they have ketchup flavoring on them.
You showed taupe. Show a picture of a ketchup bag.
Victoria, if you're still watching, can you send me a picture of a?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, thank you. That's but yeah, no, they're super. They're definitely different. I could definitely like.
So where did you get these chips that were ketchup with no red?
It was in Greece. So Greece has oregano flavored chips, which I'm like, you're disgusting, but they are actually quite good. So
yeah, that sounds like something you could eat like 5 of, and then you're like, nah.
No, because it's a fairly mild flavor. Actually, you want to have a really good chip, and this is I will swear to you how good it is. You can buy cucumber flavored Lay's in Asian supermarkets, and I'm telling you, they're the most refreshing chips you'll ever have. It's the weirdest thing that you can experience. Like,
It's weird.
It's super weird.
I don't know. Like I've come to. I'm like, okay, cucumber water. I get it. It's good. But like chips, I don't know.
It is a weirdly refreshing chip. That's the only way I can explain it.
Sounds like shenanigans, my friend.
Oh, 100% shenanigans. There's no question. But all right.
One day people are gonna be like, "What's shenanigans?"
If you shenan once, you're gonna shenan again. There you go. And here, these would be Lay's ketchup chips. There you go. Thank you, Victoria. You're the best. But yeah, no. Let me know if you guys have any unique chip flavors in your countries, because honestly, I feel like that is definitely something I would judge a country on, like what kind of chips they have, without question. Like that is hands down one of those things that I would be like, how is that a thing? You know, like, because some of them absolutely horrible.
Yeah, like I don't like the Swiss chalet sauce, so the chip I didn't like.
Yeah, that's
because I
fair.
got it for free at Swiss chalet, so I've tried them.
Yeah,
and, I tried chutney. I'll tell you how well that went. You can guess.
Right in the garbage, didn't it?
Oh god, it was so disgusting. But I didn't like buy it. It was like a dude at a convenience store, and I was too polite to be like, "No, I don't want to try this." I'm clearly not your target market, man. Like,
also true, right? Like
I tried it, and I was like, blah, when I left, it was so bad.
Yeah, no, I get it. I definitely get that.
He probably left after. So, I got the white guy to eat chutney chips. So in Greece, they have no. The ketchup chips are what?
I don't even know if they regularly have them. I just know that I had them once, and I was like, "This is the most insane." I never found them again. So, like, I don't think like I've never done drugs in Greece, so
I was gonna say, I'm like, you weren't doing mushrooms until you were here.
No, yeah, no.
I met you.
It wasn't. Yeah, I was definitely not doing mushrooms or anything. So it was kind of like, it was a very peculiar experience. I'll tell you that. But also too, like, that's one of those things where I'm like, I'll never go and buy Cheetos for the same reason, where I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want Cheeto fingers and walking around as a fat person, which, like, I used to be a lot fatter, Titanium, just so you understand. But yeah, both of you should try strong. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know what that is.
It's fermented herring.
Oh,
and
no,
it's supposed to be one of the like, you're not allowed to bring that into certain places either. Like they're like, it's banned because, like, you kind of, it's like durian, where you're like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you'll want to kill people because they brought it into your vicinity.
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah. If you eat ketchup chips, you should eat reindeer tongue. I would definitely try reindeer tongue. There's no question there. Absolutely.
I would definitely tongue a reindeer, but I don't know if I would. do the prior either's.
Why?
I don't even have a follow up. As I am just waking up.
That is also a thing.
I have to like submit the work we did, and then yeah, I didn't do that. I just went for the Big Macs. Ate them.
I mean, that's fair.
Fell asleep during a show. This is why I don't watch new stuff. I fall asleep during it, and then I miss it.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah,
I've
have
had deer venison.
deer meat raw. Yeah, I think I've had venison. I've had a bison burger, which I couldn't really tell the difference, to be honest with you. I was like, it's a burger. Like, it tasted better, but I wasn't really like, ooh, but at the same time, it's a burger. I don't even know. I can't verify that they had it was properly mixed or whatever, right? So
Bison.
I'd rather have a bison steak or something like that.
No, because it's not like, that's why it's not the same, right? Like, you need to, like, you can't give you all those, like, there's a reason that's not an option and stuff like that.
Oh, reindeer tongue is not good? Oh, I would still try. I like beef tongue, but okay.
Really?
This is my thing though, is wild deer taste. Oh, for sure. But like, for me personally, my big thing is that I don't like eating beef tongue I like it when it's very thinly shaved, because if not, I kind of feel like the tongue is tasting me. And I know how weird that sounds, but like that's how I feel. So
I love that.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's
you're like showing something and it's like, I don't know about this, and then you hear out of your mouth, we don't like it either.
But yeah, I'd try it. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, wild game is always going to be better, just for the simple fact that it's raised on real food, as opposed to the shit we eat, right? Or at least what we feed animals. That's for sure.
So far, my favorite tongue was Ukrainian.
I love that you try and pull that off as like, that's gonna be a funny joke, and everyone's like, he's definitely killed somebody. That's not.
Yeah, I'm like, to be clear, I am not Russian.
I'm definitely getting canceled. I love it.
Yeah. See, I feel like this is the only reason you set me up on your channel thing, like that thing, is so that when we get you canceled, you can just stream through mine.
I'll transfer to yours. Yeah, that does sound like a tactic that I may use, but
yeah, because I'm clearly ruining this channel for all people.
Hey, people like to watch it. I'm okay with it. I build Lego. He cracks wise. I mean, that's a good mix. I feel like it's a good mix.
Like, I don't know about this Lego guy, but that other guy in the yellow shirt is fucked.
Oh, I mean, that's a fair point. That's one of those things. You just got to figure it out.
It looks like there's an "It'll Be Fine" being filmed today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a doll. I don't know what's going on. I'm not actually listening to it, so. I'm gonna make like a cap cut or something of my fighting photos.
Nice.
To send as the video.
Okay.
For that submission.
That's a good idea.
And I'll say everything like this.
That's a horrible idea, but yeah.
Oh, dude, there was a guy who was like talking about sports.
Oh,
he's like, every time he ended with a long draw out. And I'm like, dude, you need to learn how to talk. Like, that's what I wrote on his TikTok. I was like, this guy should not be commentating on anything.
Listen, I remember it was a long time ago, but we were watching a World Cup, and one of the announcers, he kept on every few words he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And just keep on inhaling through his nose, but he's like, like so loud. You're just like, Jesus, stop, man! What the hell?
As if soccer wasn't terrible enough.
I mean, like that. There's one thing. Like that's the funny thing is, I'm like, if you watch soccer live, I find almost all sports, if you watch it live, it's much more enjoyable. If
Well,
you're watching on TV, you're going like I had somebody who's like, "Oh, let's watch golf," and I'm like, "What? Absolutely not. Just get absolutely not. It's not gonna. No way am I doing that. That's just
no,
horrible.
I just like was on a profile, like a dating thing, and it was like, and she had like an option of picking 3 sports, and it was like golf, tennis, or skiing, and I'm like, well, I have skied, I've never done, and then they're like, I would need a mixed doubles tennis partner, and I'm like, I would try, but I have no qualifications at this point.
I mean, that's one of those things, right? Like it's not easy to do either. I haven't skied. Ooh. Oh, hey Angie, how you doing? I haven't skied in a long time. Specifically because I was fat enough where I thought I was gonna, if I fell down, because I don't turn well. I just kind of hunker down and go really, really fast. And apparently that's not what you're supposed to do. So,
Oh, Dino hasn't skied lately, but I think there was an avalanche. And
well, this the thing is, I was in grade 7, and I smoked myself on one hill, and I spun, and I spun into the air, hit my back onto a tree, continued to spin, fell back onto the actual hill, and the guy who was instructor was like, "You okay? Maybe you should go to get some more lessons." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that." And then I realized that if I fell when I was skiing, I would die there because there's no snowmobile that will come get me. I'm just gonna, that's it, just be there. So
in their defense, I feel like they could drag you, like at least it's slippery.
I mean, I'd probably just have to live there, and then like I would no, not move, and then just catch a bunny or something. Like I feel like that would be more my style. What are you gonna do? But the now, like so, last winter we went tubing. I've wanted to go tubing for a very long time, so we went, and I'll tell you, I have shorts of that on my YouTube, which was it was hilarious because it was absolutely terrifying, but like such an exhilarating experience. So you're like,
I've never tubed.
it is, you go wicked fast.
I've never done it on water or on snow.
Oh, I have a story about that. I did it on water. I went to a buddy's cottage up on Big Hawk Lake, and I say it like that because if you say it fast, it doesn't sound like that. But it is Big Hawk Lake.
So what was it? What is it?
It's called Big Hawk Lake.
What? No, wait, I didn't catch it. Try.
Go fuck yourself, Kyle. How about that?
But the thing is, so it's hard to hold on to a tube while you're going really fast, which is fine. But I don't have a problem holding on to it. And like, because I was so fat, I didn't get much air. So what was happening was I was like staying on the ground wherever they turned, but the water was smacking my belly through the tube. So like my entire abdomen was bruised like underneath the skin, and it was super painful. But still super fun. I definitely want to do that. And then tubing down a hill, very enjoyable. I highly recommend, especially if you can't ski or if you're worried that your kids are gonna get knocked out. Definitely do it. It's fun. I know how that didn't really sound like it was fun, but it really was. It was
fun
an
for
enjoyable.
the family of all. Knock out the kids.
Yeah, knock out the kids. I mean, that's not on me. That's sometimes you just gotta. I'm gonna get in trouble.
I like that. Like what I say is bad, but like child abuse, we're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's not gonna get us canceled.
Like mildly canceled. It's fine.
Yeah. Like that comedian who just hosted SNL.
Oh God, can you like? I wish I could understand the thought process behind all that, because you're just going, hold on. you fired him because of public opinion, and then you had him as a host as well because of public opinion.
No,
That don't make no fucking sense,
I
people.
think it's so well. Honestly, like I'm like, yeah, I like after, but also it's just like I don't know. He was probably actively saying shit anyways, but still, just there's not like
Still,
you can.
yeah.
Oh, great! Somebody said something in the past, so now they're fired. Like it's just like
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's
like already I've said 6 things on this stream to get me fired from a future job. Like it's
right. Like that's people have to understand that you're like, hey, sometimes people say stupid shit. Like here on the internet, everybody says stupid shit. That's just how it is.
I hope that this leads to us being like really big in Finland, but like nowhere else. Like
I mean,
Jones. Anyways,
we could be the David Hasselhoff of Finland. It'd be fine. Like
you know, do you know the band Danko Jones? Canadian band.
No.
Okay. No, but like they're Canadian, so they get like they used to get play here, but they're like huge in Sweden. It is hilarious.
For real?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They have like a distinct sound.
I mean, listen, if you have a distinct sound, it makes sense that you're gonna be able to
find something somewhere.
I put this in wrong, and now I'm trying to get it out.
After she said, "Get it out."
I mean, sometimes you just gotta, people. That's just how that is.
Well, by law.
What? Why are you trying to get
the request is made?
That is how that is.
Yeah.
Somebody asked. Nobody was here. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, just because you have testosterone doesn't mean you need to beat people. Anyways,
thank you, Titanium. Welcome back, sir. That's it. Just because. All right, let me.
Feeding off of what you said earlier, where nobody will know because I was set in my apartment living room. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
You just feel like you're gonna actively get me canceled, but I'm for
random quotes made out of context. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like that's the story of my life.
Yeah. Oh, see, what did I walk in on the other day? I was like, I don't know. I came in and it's just like the most weird sentence, and I'm just like, this is fantastic. This is how I want to enter any conversation.
Just I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, like.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it entertaining. That's for sure.
Yeah. What is? I hate this weather.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening because it was snowing on my way home, which I'm like, that's insane.
Except that it's like extremely regular. Like it's annoying because I'm just like it's pissing. What's gonna piss me off is when it's like the end of March and it's like fucking snow on the ground or some shit. Yeah. So we've already met past this time. It is over. You missed your chance. Fucking bring on spring. Like I don't want to have winter all of a sudden come. And it also like kind of makes me think like why do we think that the Earth that won't change its rotational. Like why do we think that it rotates the sun the exact same way forever? Like maybe,
which is just that's not how that works, right?
Good night, Titanium.
I have to go to sleep. All right.
Have a yada.
Have a yada.
Have a yada.
To you as well, sir. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll be back tomorrow at some point. So
I wish I had a have a yada.
I mean, don't we all?
I may or may not be working tomorrow. I have no.
That will happen.
Like I want the money, but I do not want to go to work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't want to wake up on the schedule. Like I'm not right now.
Hmm.
And they have like night shifts. Like I don't know. I haven't even inquired because I don't want to. I'm just waiting for the crypto market to like fucking boom, and then
he's gonna rub it on all our faces. That's fair.
Yeah. No, I don't care. It's just...
That's what I do. You both said that very wrong. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Too.
Yeah. I mean, at least we said it with enthusiasm. I think that's got to count for something.
I think that's where we were wrong.
I mean, probably.
You have to say it with distress.
Also, actually, before you go, Titanium, I've heard apparently that so there's a TikTok where people are like, "We're Finnish, of course we have chlamydia," and I was like, "What?" And apparently that's a thing. Please let us know if that is a real thing.
What are they, koala bears?
I mean, is koala bears chlamydia or gonorrhea? I don't remember. But they definitely have one of those things. It might be chlamydia, but it is also like, why?
Chlamydia.
There's a chlamydia. Well, there you go.
See?
Which is also like aggressively horrible. You know, I don't understand. I mean, why would they be like that? But you know, it is peculiar.
Chlamydia is by far the most common sexually transmitted disease in Finland. It can be spread through unprotected. Yeah, okay.
By far? Wow. We have what? Chlamydia is a sexually transmitted do we call it infections now?
Okay. So it has an incubation period of 10 to 14 days. Chlamydia remains most prevalent STI in Finland with over 16,000 cases reported annually.
Oh, Titanium, are you surrounded by a bunch of sluts? What's going on over there? Which, hey, you know, selling feature, Kyle might show up.
It's a third of the region.
Jesus.
A third of the Eusimia region.
I mean, at least
it's common here, but not so common. Okay.
I mean, so is it something you can ask people about? Like, if you were to be like, "Hello, I would like to have the Finnish sex with you, but before we get started, do you have the chlamydia?" You know, or is it a hush hush thing? I ask because I'm a weirdo. I'm old and married. I have no point of reference for this kind of stuff.
He's asking for me in case I go to Finland.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure Kyle doesn't come back with any extras. You know, maybe a baby. That's fine, but not.
When I go to movie set, I come back with extras. At least that's the goal.
That is kind of Well, that's fair. That is touche, sir. Touche.
To ask, then ask.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that
seems
like a thing.
You're so Joey Tribbiani with your accents. It's just all comes out Jamaican, but yours all just come out Greek.
That is also true. That is also true. Yeah, they definitely.
The South will rise again, man.
Every time, bro. That was hands down one of the funniest things I ever heard that guy say. And I'm just like, that's pure jokes. Can't get wrong. I like his the way he presents himself, to be honest. Like, it just comes across very authentic, and then he's like, I don't take life too seriously. It's fucking ridiculous. Don't bother.
Did you watch Man with a Plan?
No, I wanted to. I don't think it was. Couldn't find it on my bajillion service streaming services, which is super annoying. But
I've seen like at least half of a season. Like, it's good. It's good. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's like, you know, like all the sitcoms, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was good enough for the rotation, but it wasn't like anything like amazing or groundbreaking, but it's good. Like, it's a good watch.
See, that's like, I've been going back and watching things like that I always wanted to watch but never got the time. All right. Kiva Ilian Jatkoa. I definitely spelled that wrong, but hey, I tried, and that's what's important. feel like now we have to find you a Finnish chick, and he's gonna be your secret weapon. It'll be great. It'll be the funniest shit.
Okay, but now we have to make sure she doesn't have chlamydia.
I mean, it's curable. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
It's just a little,
Penicillin or something.
Yeah, that's fine. It's totally workable, sir. Totally workable.
Because gotta raw dog it.
Yeah. That's such a horrible way of saying it, but yeah. That's the only way to fly. Come on.
That's the only way I say it.
All right, let's try.
Now I'm getting all introspective. Because I don't have Lego to build.
I mean, I feel like everyone needs to get Lego to build. It's one of those things. It's important to your personal growth. That's for sure. But all right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Dun-dun-dun. I don't know. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm leaving on Wednesday for Cleveland. So I get on a bus close to my house. It goes downtown Toronto, then it goes to Detroit, and then from Detroit it goes to whatchamacallit? To Cleveland. Yeah. So I get there at like 7:00 at night.
Yeah, leaving 7:00 in the morning. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, this one, it's it's just like, dude, I'm like, I assume you would have been happy if I did come on this leg of the trip.
Oh, for sure. No, it'd be very enjoyable, but
it's like, I'm like, what are you gonna do for 12 hours? Like,
yeah, it's not. You know what? It's not too bad, to be honest. It's fairly passable time wise and stuff, but ultimately, it really comes down to like I'll have my phone. There's a charger on the actual bus itself, so it's not horrible.
Yeah, I can waste time with the best of them. Did it for 39 years. I'm sure I can do it again.
Right.
As you can see, I've accomplished all these great relationships.
You know what the funny part is? You always know someone somewhere. So yes, you have, sir. That is exactly what you have done. Ta-da!
Yeah, I know, right? Like I went to set and I saw 3 friends, somebody else who got me my first upgrade, and then I met a friend, a guy named Steven.
A guy named Steven, which everybody needs a guy named Steven.
Oh, with a PH, because that is the correct way, apparently.
Absolutely not. That guy can get fucked.
I didn't want to fight him on it, but it was funny because it was just like, I forget, because I said, I'm like, PH or V, and he's like, PH, that's the only way. And they looked at me as if I had a better opinion, and I'm like, I don't remember what my opinion was because one time at work, we had we had a Steven, and then we hired a second one. I'm like, is it spelled with a V? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, fuck, we fire him. We don't need a second PH.
100%. That's absolutely correct, sir.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not extreme at all. That's exactly how we should roll.
Absolutely.
And then that dude was a complete fucking disaster. They would talk. He would talk. Yeah, I don't know. They're like, he'd be like stoned as fuck. He'd come in, go slow as shit. They tell him to go faster, and somehow he'd go slower. And it was like, and then but he said something about mental illness, and then they couldn't fire him until he was lighting a joint as the HR lady was coming in to fire him that day, as it was, or some shit. And then they tried to fire him before, the 2 weeks or whatever, and then HR was like, no, you can't fire him, blah blah blah. And then they go into the lunchroom weeks later, and they smell. Do you smell that? She's like, yeah. And it reeks of pot. They're like, yeah. What are you gonna do? He's like, oh well, I wanted to fire him weeks ago, and you guys said I couldn't. So he works here. Yeah,
I love how people don't actually understand how communication works. You're like, okay, yeah, we want him out because we want him gone. It's not a debate or anything. It's just get it done. And also, like, I don't like giving people 2 weeks notice. No, absolutely not.
Oh no, not anymore. But no, I was talking about the 2 week. You know how like the or is it 3 weeks or 3 months probation where you can just fire somebody for any fucking reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried to do it during that time, and then they wouldn't let her. And it's just like, oh, that's good. I can't fire the guy, but I want to fire the guy. But the people who don't even work in the fucking store say you can't. So,
yeah,
like, what the fuck do you guys know? Nothing.
That is the problem with corporate oversight in general. Is it's not their problem. They just give you shit and you have to deal with it. But you're like, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that. That's the whole point. And they're like, oh, I'm sure you'll find a way. You're like, no, this isn't about being resourceful. This is about you fucking over my situation, sons of bitches.
Like at Michael's, the craft store, you can't. They don't hire their people. Like you have to go through head office to get hired at a store. And so like the store. So now you're a manager. You can't even hire the idiots you working for you.
Yeah.
So you just have to deal with what they give you, and it's like, then you complain, and they're like, well. And then they act like it was your doing. Like it's just like stupid.
Which,
shit.
like the idea that someone who doesn't have to be your manager could hire you is insane. Like,
yeah, like
no.
What was it like? Like we were customers and shit. Like it was Tammy who wanted to work there. It was just like, so now you're handing in a resume. You get a vibe from the person, all that stuff. So even that much of a human connection you can't use anymore now. Like now it's oh no, it's all online. So those and like who is even and then they'll send the people that they want interviewed to you. You know what I mean? So it's all based off of a piece of fucking paper.
Which, like, let's be honest, if you're gonna work on Michael's, I want somebody who's kind of creative, understands what they're doing, has a little bit of knowledge about that kind of stuff, and off you go. Yeah. Also an added benefit,
Every single person must be named Michael.
I honestly, I really feel that they missed out with Night of Lights when I told Sophia, I'm like, listen, why don't we just name everybody like their name Claus and be like, oh, I'm his cousin from somewhere else. If you want the real Santa Claus, he's inside. You got to go there. Yeah. And that way, like, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, you can definitely pull that off, right? Nobody can complain. And if anything, it's hilarious.
I'm Fred Claus.
Absolutely. Okay. This was supposed to go somewhere. There's no way I had it.
It's funny. Vince Vaughn is like my like, if he can do it, I can do it. like because Vince Vaughn has never strayed much from Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
Whatever his acting role is. So whereas even Sandler is now like acting. So it's just like,
I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of actors that are like that though these days, where it's like, yeah, they just play themselves, and people like it. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, and I'm down to be that person.
100%, absolutely. That seems totally reasonable. Like I want to be that guy.
Like people have watched me enough, they realize, yeah, Kyle's entertaining enough that he can be fucking. Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
It's only fair. All right. Okay. So that is that. We're on to bag number 8. All right. Let me try and.
This weekend's such a waste. It feels like it's like.
Bro, 1 hour change and everything went to shit.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go out then if like that night, and then especially since like what I did Friday, so it's less.
Oh yeah, no question there, sir. I do not question that. I feel like that piece came off of somewhere else. Okay, this goes here. Ah! Well, it just went into the sky. I don't know
what to do with my life.
Oh, don't think too hard, you'll burn out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the inherent issue, right?
Well, I was wondering if the thing we were talking about earlier, but I don't know, man.
Nah.
Oh,
It-
blah, blah, blah.
I understand the frustration. There's no question there. It's more so of where do you go from with that knowledge, right?
Well, see, like I'm. The problem is now I have like a false sense of new hope for the other thing, and now I'm like, no, I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. And
Yeah,
then,
but
I'm like, but like I want that to happen more. But
sure you do. But listen, Kyle's track record for choosing things for Kyle, I mean, not horrible, but
I don't
worth
know.
it, worth examining.
There's been extraordinary times.
True. But it's what has been, as of late, the most consistent when it comes to those topics.
Those have been.
Oh no!
Sake. What are you doing, dude?
I'm trying to push this in, and it's not going in. It's not setting up, and it's driving me crazy. So now I have to. Those pieces went over my head. So bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to try and figure that out first. So
this is why they need me. I am the Ed McMahon. I keep this together. Yeah, I will now choose this time to stop talking. I thought you couldn't hear me. So, how is everybody doing? Angie, you still there? Victoria, you still there? Anybody still here? Is Serge here?
Possibly. Okay. I have all the pieces. Now I got to flip this thing over and push it downward. Okay.
Oh, that was trying time. You never leave me again.
You know, you say it like that, and I think that you're not being serious, Kyle.
No, I was. Hey, Serge.
It's more so. Here's a question for you guys. So I'm. Do you guys know of anywhere in Cleveland that I should definitely check out? Because I have been a couple times so far, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay, is it the same Cleveland as like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or is that like a different Cleveland?
It is the same Cleveland.
Okay, so this is like the Cleveland.
It is the Cleveland. Yeah, that is correct.
On an old heating pad. Oh, it's poor Serge.
On the old. Oh, bro. My heart goes out to you, Serge. Because I'll tell you, that shit is not fun at all.
Why? Oh.
He pinched a nerve in his neck.
No, I get that. But no, I mean, like, something happened on my computer. Sorry.
Oh.
And I was just like, why?
Also fair. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here.
Wow, what a big black thing you have there, sir.
That's why the ladies love me. God.
Yeah, Victoria never answered, so it's just so you're good. Stay whatever you want.
She's busy watching. She has this on in the background. That's what.
The Real Housewives of something. I don't know.
Actually, we started watching Love Is Blind because there's a lot of drama about it because one girl is like, people say I look like a Megan Fox. Now, hilariously, she kind of does, but like Megan Fox's face on Jay Leno's head. It's
no, I saw an entire TikTok dedicated to like overlaying her face on Megan Fox's face and proving that I'm like, she does look like, but like from an angle, and it doesn't mean that she has the body of Megan Fox, you know, like I don't like.
Oh, she does not. She doesn't. Let's call that as it is. Let me adjust this.
So she wasn't even lying, like, because a lot of people look like I look like.
Well,
Jason
so
Momoa, you know?
A hilarious thing is I have a friend who we went out to I don't even think it's called that anymore. It was Nashville North. This was when I was many moons ago. We had gone to this Nashville North, which is like a country bar. It's up way in the sticks. I used to live in Brampton, so it was right next door to the sticks. And sure enough, what happened was that my buddy's like, the one girl that I was trying to chat up, she was like, "Oh, you look so familiar," and he's like, "Some people say I look like Patrick Swayze," and she's like, "No, that's not it," and he was like, "Oh," because it was a huge blow to his ego. Now, hilariously, we took pictures, and later on, I was looking at pictures with her, and she was like, "He kind of does." I'm like, "Yeah, but we can never tell him that he looks like Patrick Swayze. In certain angles, he does look like, but it's like you can't tell somebody that. It's absolutely not."
But it's like we knew a girl. It was her. She's like, people tell me that I look like Rose McGowan. And then one time I kind of saw it, and I'm just like, well, yeah, with Down syndrome. But like, but
It is so aggressively mean that, well, you know.
yeah. But if you met her, first off, she didn't have the understanding of personal space. One of those, like a close talker, like that exists.
Oh,
And what's funny is Tammy hired her and another close talker. So at times it would be like, how close could they get to each other? Like they're practically making out at this point. And they both hated each other, which was funny.
What? Oh, I
have the same thing when people get a little bit. I've had people who got a little bit. I don't want to say handsy, but they would like
constantly be like, "Oh, hey," always hugging, and I'm like, "Hey, don't touch me."
Oh God, dude, my dad's wife is just like, if she's talking to you, she's holding on to you. I'm like, do you have do a lot of people walk away when you're talking? Because
and also, I knew a couple people who would always be like, kiss on the cheek, and I'm like, if I'm in Greece, of course, because that's a greeting in Greece. I'll do it with my friends and family, of course. You're just a person. You're not my family. You're not my old friend that I'm visiting from. Like, this is not a cultural thing in Canada. That I will wave at you at best. Don't I'll be like, no, I like to hug, and I'm like, yeah, that's a you thing. That's not a me thing. So
I've hugged a lot of people. I've never hugged you, sir. So
and I appreciate it greatly.
They're solid. Oh, and yeah, my friend's husband, solid handshake.
Oh, I had a bit for a while that I was using the pandemic where I was like, I perfected my handshake, and now useless. Bullshit. Now we don't shake hands, and I'm like, I hate it because I spend years crafting my handshake. But luckily it's back because people are still people barely wash their hands anymore in the bathroom. It's like, you are all gross. That's for sure. All right. Let's see what we can do here with all these crazy pieces. All right. Here.
With its great color scheme of black with black.
Black on black on black, because that's the way we do it. I don't know. Like, I'm a fan, but also, could we not even shade the black?
No, there's no. Shade. Black is gray. Black is a shade.
Black is also true. That is true, sir. Okay.
Hues, tints, shades.
Yeah, those are words.
Well, they're all color words. Your wife would know. I'm trying something new. I'm putting my feet the other way. I feel like I've been wrong the entire time. This is the way to go. Legs on the bed. I don't know, man.
I mean, that's a fair point. I like it.
Less to look at this way, but more comfort.
More comfort. Well, that's fair. Right now, I am just trying to actually put this up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to build something.
A long black thing in your crotch.
A long black thing and plus my crotch, which I'm like, wouldn't be the first time, people. Wouldn't be the first time. That's what did you just say?
I said, what was his name?
Well, wouldn't you like to know, sir? That's
oh, I do need a date.
Oh God.
We're
definitely both going to hell. I like it.
Should have stayed in bed.
I mean,
I set my alarm for 4:30.
Yeah.
And, because I'm like, Dino won't get on before 5, and then it's like it's like quarter after, and I look at my watch, and it's like going on at 4, and I'm like, oh fuck, or my phone, which is also my watch, really.
I was tempted to go at like 4:30 or 5, and I was just like, I'll try and go a little early.
Oh, whatever.
to-
That's funny though, because it's like 4:30 is when I would have been there. But
Yeah.
made it,
Mm.
and I've contributed very little. Oh,
No, false.
false.
Absolutely untrue, sir. Absolutely untrue.
Oh,
That
Nice.
felt good.
well, listen, I'm a man of action. That's just how I do things.
I want to figure out how I can like pick stuff, and it's like get people to be like, I want you to wear that, and then buy it for me, like online.
I feel like you need bigger cans to do that, but yeah, it's definitely a viable thing.
I mean,
You need big knockers for that, Kyle. That's what you need.
What about a substantial bag?
I mean, you can try.
I have yet to hear how successful that can be, but what do I know? I'm out here building Lego.
I don't like I know anything.
True. False.
Thanks.
Moderate.
I feel like that's an important distinction, right? Is be able to tell people like, hey, you like it, you should buy it for me, and then go from there. I want you to go, oh, that's not what I meant. Well, it's too bad. That's how it's gonna be.
No, but I like that video with that girl who dated the dude with the house and whatever.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like, oh, we'll go to a thrift store and buy clothing for each other to wear to the next date. But at the same time, that could be very dangerous.
There was a trend a little while ago where a bunch of ladies, what they were doing was they would buy each other horrible shirts to wear.
Yeah.
And you had to wear, it was like goofy shirt night or goofy outfit kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely horrific. Like they were bad. They were bad. Like
Che and like Weekend Update reading books bad.
like that kind of bad. Like remember some of the shirts that I had that were quite horrible, like that level of,
no, that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
It was like your shirts, but on a woman is probably much worse.
Yes, that's exactly factual. Yeah, it was some of the funniest shit because and there was like, ha, and you're like, you can't go in that. What are you, crazy?
But the worst thing is like if you have a shirt that says something of like how to approach the person.
Oh yeah.
Or like kiss me, I'm Irish or something, and then like everybody's trying to kiss you online or some shit. It's just like
you definitely don't want that.
Yeah, not as a woman, but
well, also true.
Well, not as a man either, probably, because I assume that the ones that will be forward about it aren't the ones you want.
I mean, that's traditionally how that goes. You know, when you put it, that's why I remember I heard women who are like, "Oh, it's been so long since I've had sex," and I'm like, "You could just put your hand up and someone will," and they're like, "Well, I don't want it like that." And you're like, "Then just shut up."
Well, yeah, exactly. Like,
don't. You're putting out something that you're not going to follow through on. So just calm down.
Like my cousin, I was telling her, I'm just like, I'm like, you're just gonna have to choose one. Like that's all you have to do. You just have to choose.
Which look, that has its issues.
Choose yet.
Yeah.
But like, it's not the same as like us.
No.
Well, me.
Yeah. But that's why I'm like, yeah, you can't just put it out there, be like, whoever. You're like, that don't do that. That's definitely going to work negatively in your
for you. So
some people just don't get it, I guess. I don't know. It is an odd thing that people will stand by, and I'm just like, yeah, don't do that. That is a poor choice.
Don't do that. That's a poor choice. It's on my profile. With an arrow pointing to me. Is that why I'm not getting dates?
I mean, it may be a key component.
That's
actually just like whatever. I'd probably do better. I don't know. Honestly, all that stuff is bullshit. Like it's so stupid. All it does is like hurt men and overinflate women.
Oh yeah. Listen, just the idea of
like I was reading this thing on
like people who use dating sites and dating apps and stuff, you're like, yeah, it's extremely toxic to your mental health. Like, and then I remember watching, I think it was Big Bang Theory, where the Indian guy and the comic book store guy go on a dating app, and they're like, "This is great, this is great," and then you're like, "Nope, it's not," and they're like, "This is even worse." You're like, "Yeah, don't put yourself." It's the best, the most successful I've ever seen anyone has been just through I like to call it a warm referral. Is I know somebody, this is my friend, have you met this person? You two talk, there you go, done. Not my problem.
Nobody is nice enough for that.
You just came at the wrong time. I have nobody to refer. That's all. That is a timing issue, sir.
No, that's a quality friend issue. that is like, because I'm just like, do you have any friends? To some of my female friends are like, no, you're gonna have to wait for like some divorce or something, and then I'm just like, false. You definitely have at least one single friend, but you're like, nope, that friend is not one you want to do. but now I'm thinking, I'm just like, wait, am I that friend?
So
I'm that guy.
You're not. You're not.
You cannot be around Kyle. It is not. At best, it's horrible.
Okay. So hilariously, I remember a friend of mine who, when I first started dating Victoria, they were like, "Hey, man, your girlfriend is friends with that girl. Why don't you, give her my number?" I'm like, "Hey, man, she dates guys that drive Ferraris. I think you're," and he's like, "Well," because he had an old Camaro, which he souped up his beautiful car, and he's like, "Well, I'll have the Camaro." And I'm like, I like the Camaro, but that's not her thing. He's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm trying to be nice about it. Don't." I tried to say it once. The ladies must have been from the hills have eyes. Oh, Serge, that's fantastic. That is not for you. But it is a fantastic joke because, bro, and hilariously, that some people just do not know their station, and you're just like, just relax. You gotta calm down, people. Just don't be so aggressive.
Yeah, like I have
Mm-hmm.
my station is like better than
No, it's look, it comes down to the fact that you're going like also true. There's been a few times where you're like, this is the person I was dating, and I'm like, I have nobody on that level for you to refer to you to, sir. Sorry. And he's like,
I like models. Yeah, everybody likes models. That's why they're models.
Well, I'm not like, I don't even like models as they just happen to be. It's just like, I didn't know what the first one was, and then like the second one you could assume, and then the other one like I'm not. It's funny because I've watched models date models. I know models date models. Laugh loud. Well, I'm kind of a model, so hook me up. Anyways. Yeah, you should know models. Fuck fashion. What the fuck? Your whole
those are all fit models, so it's not necessarily what you're looking for. But hey, I'll keep that in mind, Kyle. Don't worry.
But it's like, no, like I've seen a bit of Sex in the City, and there was like a dude that was like, he was like, he only dates models, and then they don't eat and shit like that. It's so dumb. But I'm like, I've never like aimed for it. I just aim for pretty women. They just happen to be like career quality pretty women. So yeah, like
oh hey man, I get it.
Yeah, and it's so it's like they're like, but people are like, I'm like, dude, yes, they're probably above average attractiveness, but they're also above average damaged. So it's like, it's not like they don't come out with extra work.
Which technically we've discovered is definitely your type. You're like, how damaged are they?
Finance guys. Hey, don't.
They did finance guys. Yeah. That's what breaks them. That's what.
And Okay, so Victoria, find the ones who broke up with their latest finance guy and enter the era of Kyle. All right.
Until the
Because
era.
I've taken some finance some women off of some financial situations.
This is going horribly. I love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh God, guys.
I never aimed. Actually, like, it's funny because it's like there's other things like I like. Oh, whatever. I'm not even gonna say stuff, but
I love how so many times, like mid sentence, you're like, "I'm just gonna stop talking."
yeah. Well, it's for the best of like you're like the shit I let through. You're like I'm gonna get canceled, so like sometimes I need to edit, and I'm working on it. But
That's fair. Hey, that's just that. That's just life. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I'm very much of the opinion though that like it's you can't just be like, oh, I only like these types of people, and you're just like, you don't even know those types of people. Calm down. Just wait. Just give it some. Be patient. But
yeah, no, like I don't. Yeah, like it's fun. It's just funny that like, well, like the last two were there was so great. They both had model credits, but there was like a laundry list of shit that made them the same, like similar.
yeah,
And none of that is stuff that I knew until after it had already I had already engaged. So it's So that's all that just was weird, and like people get hung up on model as if like it's like a flex, and it's like to me it's not really like I don't care. They're just
they
like,
are
because
still
that's
human.
just a job. I'm like that proves
Yeah.
that they're pretty. I'm like they were pretty regardless of the job, like so.
Well, even Victoria was telling me how like models are also like recommended with the idea of not having very expressive faces and stuff like that. So you're like, that's to me that I'd be like, oh, that's not what I want. But it's not like they're looking for me. So
in the photo, no, like well, clearly since they're not with me anymore, I have read all their everything correctly. Right? All of their moods and changes, everything went swimmingly. So that's why they're no longer here. Oh.
Oh, Kyle, I tell you.
See, I have this like problem where I'm like, I'm like,
no, we want faces that can emote, but don't want them to emote. Oh, they can, but they're not allowed to. No facial expressions allowed. That's fair.
So you can't have had a stroke, but you could have.
I'm not sure that that's the guiding point, but
this is why I don't talk.
I mean, that's fair. That's that's, sometimes you got to figure it out on the fly. That's,
Sweet. I want to date the female Zoolander.
The female. I had to work with models that only knew how to Zoolander. It's definitely. I mean,
called Blue Steel.
Yeah,
Blue Steel. Please don't diminish the work that Zoolander has done for the modeling industry.
Oh,
it's hard work.
I'll be honest. I just didn't expect that sentence to be said today. I'll be just
mine or hers or
just the references to Zoolander are so thick.
Yeah, but
actually, when we went to go see, when we went to the theater the other night, Victoria had like this tiny little purse, and she's like, "Oh, can you hold this?" Because she was putting on her coat, and I'm like, "What is this? A purse for ants?"
Yeah. Oh, did you even see my okay, there's a mini golf thing at the Markham Museum where I was setting up.
Oh yeah.
And so I went, so there's these like buildings with little hole, like it's a really shitty like mini golf thing, but like they would still have like this like false building.
Yeah.
So I like took a little boomerang with it, and I'm like, how can they learn to read if they can't even fit in the building? Because I'm like so much bigger than it. And then so that post went well, but
yeah, absolutely.
But that's the thing, like the movies that, and even like Tropic Thunder, like I swear to God, I turned off Tropic Thunder, and I still quote shit. Like the worse the movie, the more quotable it is, and somehow you think it's good. But like Zoolander is just super quotable. It's not like it's a good movie.
Oh, like listen, I Tropic Thunder, I love Tropic Thunder because it was horrific. And that is right up my alley. But even actually, you know what? It was really funny watching Robert Downey Jr. get interviewed by Joe Rogan, and he was like, "Could you do that today?" He's like, "You could try. It's
He's
not
like,
going to go well."
He's like, "You could," but then it's funny because he talked to all his like, yeah, it's just like, you know who's not offended? The black guys. You know who is offended? White stay-at-home moms. Like
yeah, which who cares? Yeah,
on the behalf of like people who are usually offended are offended on the behalf of others, and it's just like I'm like, or it's just like, oh, my son was called retard. Well, you shouldn't have raised a retard, you know, like fucking.
That's a good point. It's one of those things. Listen, if you didn't want them to be retarded, don't raise a retard. I mean, that logic checks out.
Hey, Roe v. Wade was still there. And he exits the room at that point.
And just leaves me to the masses. That's perfect. That's good. That's good. Helpful. Very helpful. Really rounds out the experience. There. Okay.
Here, quick survey.
All right.
How long is a Brita filter good for? And if over a year isn't the answer, mine's probably not good.
I feel like you answered your own question. That's good.
But mine has like a light, like a green light, and it's like it says it keeps telling me it's fine, and I'm just like, I think there's some shenanigans here, but like,
I think it comes down to how often you refill it, right?
Enough, like daily. So like,
yeah, but people who do it like because I think it's like they do try and say like, oh, it's around this long period of time. Like it's supposed to be 3 months, I think, but. I think it's guided by how many times you refill it. And
no, but I've used it like enough to like that it probably is like I don't know. I need to find either I didn't buy it, right? So it's like here, and then I'm like, I don't know if she bought filters for it because they'll be somewhere.
That is a concern. Let's just call that as it is. There. Okay.
Oh my god.
Tell me.
I just read. No, I went on Facebook and I read Cole's post.
Oh boy.
No, but it's not that bad. I can actually read it without getting it canceled.
Why not? Then come on.
Shit, now I have to find it because Facebook. Like I don't know how there's nothing on it and somehow it's like flooded. Fellas, never let a good woman go just because she got married. I'm just like, well. And you're like, yeah, that wasn't that bad. Anyway,
it's not. Yeah.
Well, if you've read other Sniffing Glue 22, that one was fairly PC. Anyway,
fairly, that is true. I will give you that. That's one of those things where people should know that. Yeah, if you have any complaints, send it to Sniffing Glue 22. That is our motto here.
It'll be weird. I'll watch yeah, like I want us to get I need to get a calendar of when all the shows we are on is so that we can
yeah.
So if I add shows, like I don't want to compete with you guys or like Joey, and I'd prefer not to like try and compete with Angie either, but eventually there's gonna be some crossover, but
yeah, no, I know. It's one of those things that it will happen, but it's then you got to figure out the timing of everything else. Sorry, everybody. I'm just looking for a specific piece and I cannot find it, and it's driving me crazy.
It's hard. I had Angie on my show, so it's like bad because it's like she is my audience. So like, nobody watched because my only audience was on the show.
I mean, that I have had that before many a time, sir. Welcome to the club. It is a population of 1.
So
I need another piece that's just 2, and I suspect it is somewhere stuck in one of these bad boys. So now I need to find it.
Yeah, that thing I'm auditioning to is like it's like a Dwayne Johnson fucking like thing.
Fancy.
And I auditioned for the Young Rock once upon a time.
Oh, really?
Legitimately, like my first or second like audition, like one of my top first 5 auditions or some shit.
Dang.
Which is kind of insane. But I was to play Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim.
You didn't watch 80s wrestling? Or...
Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
No, Hillbilly Jim.
Don't know who that is.
What? He wore overalls and had a leather floppy hat. Anyways, he was a hick.
The only one I know of that is Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Weird. No. They don't look different. Like they look similar, but
they are different.
They are different people, and yeah, but like the dude they hired looked more like him anyways. Like it was a real person, right? Like so, it's like
yeah,
like it wasn't even necessarily like I'm sure ability had something to do with it, but like the dude they hired, I would have hired him too, right? So it's shitty when they hire somebody that's like kind of like you, or you'd rather them go in a completely different situation. Like that dude looked like him more. And then there was another commercial that I see a lot of, and like this, which sucks too because it's like a national PetSmart commercial.
Oh, right on.
But like the dude they chose was like really old over me.
That's weird.
So it was they said yeah. So. And then, so it's fine, whatever, because it was like a biker thing. Biker person. I was singing to a parrot.
Yep. As one does.
As one does. And then, yeah, so I'm like, yeah, it's now like 4 years later, that commercial's still playing. So that means that person's still getting paid. Like it's.
Jesus.
You know. You get enough of those and you get a few grand a year just by like through that. It's like it really shit adds up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That makes sense.
But
it's ridiculous, but at the same time, like, hey, that's the industry. What are you gonna do?
Right? No, I know, it's so good. Oh dude, I was going off on the bus, it was so funny. And because it was like a shuttle bus, like a shuttle.
Yeah.
Not a bus. So I was just like there, and we're talking about how we were forgotten and whatever. But then I'm just like, because of this job, I'm pretty ruined. It's just like if I'm making minimum wage, it's very hard for anybody to get me to do fucking anything. They're like, oh, can you do this? I'm like, I don't know. Where's my food? Like you get 8 hours minimum, and you just kind of sit around, wait, and then they're like, stand here or walk over there. And it's like, here's lunch. And it's just like, and if they don't feed you on time, you can raise hell. Like it's just like, it's so fucking hilarious. And it's just,
that's for sure.
That's why when they hired people for Hexwood and they went through a background agency, I'm like, you're gonna get a bunch of people that are like, what? This is work. What? Yeah. You're not feeding me. Like it was like, I'm like, dude, it's gonna be like a mess. And most of those people quit or got fired. And
also true.
So
but that's one of those things where I'm like, it was a lot of work, but I'm like, it was fun.
Yeah. But also I always like, yeah, they're like, did you get paid? I'm like, dude, everybody got paid. Like this room,
everyone
I just have to like tell them about like Psycho Bitch. And
yeah.
I'm like, everybody got paid. There's nothing crazy, but like one bitch, like when I'm like, okay, 2 people probably didn't get paid, but the one caused like 30 grand in damages. So, I think that's on her.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
I told our boss to be like, okay, you pay the 30 grand in damages and I'll pay you the 6 grand I owe you. How about that?
That seems totally reasonable.
Yeah.
Like the idea that somebody be like, you owe me money, be like, you pissed away a ridiculous amount of money. What are you talking about? Like that. It's hilarious that people have that perspective. Like, well, you still owe me a paycheck. You're like, no, no. You're a charlatan. What are you talking about?
Well, then it's just full of quotes to the side. No.
And sadly, because like realistically, the amount of garbage people were spewing was hilarious, and I just loved that people who came and had a good time started piping up, and they're like, "No, this was great. What are you guys talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, it's delicious."
No, that was the best thing that happened when it was like an opposite. And then like, yeah, it's funny. You find these shitty people, and then you find out like the people defending them. Like there was a dude that was on the Rosen's like thing, and trying to say, and I spoke up something, and he's like, oh, blah blah blah, and he was like trying to like, and then I find out later from him that that guy was banned from Comedy Bar from like for like alleged sexual harassment and assault. And I'm just like, first off, why is he on your friends list? Second of all, when I'm like in a potential argument with him, send me a fucking DM because I'm gonna take this fucker down. like
I'm right.
I chose to not engage. Whereas if I had that information, man, would I have engaged. But like I have a New Year's resolution, and it's actually a lifetime resolution because once in a while I slip, but it's pretty much never fight with idiots on the internet. And but like, so I didn't engage in it after, and then but like, dude, if I had that kind of ammunition locked up, sure as fuck I would have.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, like, listen, some people start like having an opinion. You're like, who the fuck are you, and why do you have an opinion? Just shut up and sit down. You know?
Like, why should I care?
I mean, that's realistically a fair point.
I don't even know what this is, but it's awesome.
Two.
Save this image. How do I send you something that you'll see?
You can send it through Messenger.
Okay. The other day you said that's not an option.
Well, on my phone, but I can do it. I have my Facebook open on another page, so it should be okay. With. All right, was that you beeping me?
I suppose.
All right. Bear with me one moment, sir. See, now, like, hilariously, because so Kyle and I were talking about this, how from before. Yo, did you see that thing from Cole? It's insane.
No. Is it in the chat or is it
In the chat?
Because I have it turned off.
That is fair. That is super cool.
Oh, what? I just have the stand-up person.
Oh, I thought you were telling me about this thing.
Hold on, sorry.
This?
Yeah, that's what I sent you.
Super cool.
Why are you saying it was Cole?
No. That is a different.
No, I just opened my Facebook and that was the first thing, and I'm like, well, this is oddly targeted, and it's weird. Every time I switch back to StreamYard, it's like the comments like pop up as if it was new. So
Yeah.
it's making me think this is a new thing, but it's still like the Zoolander thing. But it's like every time, and it's different. Like it's not just see, like there it goes. There's Angie actually wrote.
What's happening here? Wow, it looks great. It really does, right? I know. The best part about this is that you can pop in randomly, and my progress is that slow that it just works.
Well, this thing, it's like because it's like you made the underlying shape in about the first 8 minutes, and then all you've done is built upon that. So like so it doesn't like scream progress. But like, well, that's how it's built. Like, it has nothing to do with you. But like, yeah. So it just got thicker.
It did get thick. That's a fair assessment, sir. That's a fair assessment.
It'll still look cool and stuff. It's just not my obviously not my favorite. I like but even the Star Wars ones, I love them. But then like the end, they're just like gray panels. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah,
cool because
100%.
of the movie, but the sometimes it's not as visually like interesting.
That's that's why I like Sesame Street and Winnie the Pooh, because you're like it's so much more detailed with cool stuff, right?
And like your Bowser was fantastic.
Yeah, Bowser was
Do you know what I saw? I saw Dobby.
Yeah. And they just released a new R2D2 that's like reasonably sized. I might pick that up.
I saw that. It was I was in the store.
Yeah.
And I saw.
No worries, Angie. Don't worry about it. We're happy that you're sticking around.
I saw it was like Venom with a Groot.
Yeah.
But why? Is that a thing? When is that a thing?
So there's a whole thing where Venom, there's a Venom universe, and Venom like takes over everybody. So there's like a Venom T-Rex and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately,
Venom's owned by Sony, so the world sucks.
Also factual. Yeah.
I liked the first movie. I didn't even watch the second movie, but like.
Yeah, the second one was good. It was enjoyable.
But it was like, I think it's because of Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I've never not liked.
Yeah.
However, I was watching Now You See Me 2, and there was 2 of him, and I had to turn it off.
That's also fair. Did you watch True Detective with him and what's his name?
No, I did not. Well, 1 minute of it 100 times, but no, I didn't watch.
It was, I'll be honest with you, it's very trippy. Maybe we should watch that on shrooms because that is a lot. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Yeah, great. You're going to be crying in the corner like Victoria did to you.
I never cried, sir. I fainted with my eyes open and broke things. Not the same. Okay. There were no tears.
Victoria, was there at least one tear in his eye during that time? Because I want to.
No.
Let's see how loyal she is.
Listen, if you brought up Lord of the Rings, lots of tears. That's yeah. Even Dune, there were parts of it that was very emotional.
Dude, I reference stuff and I almost cry. It's not good. Like my emotions are fairly surface level.
I know. So that's a new thing for me that I've only been experiencing for the last few years, and I'm very not perturbed, but I'm like, that. Why is that happening? You know.
No, but like that being said, there was like a good decade or so that my feelings were so repressed that I couldn't cry at all. Now it kind of just like goes away quickly because it's like I'm still rejected, but like the inability to do so is actually like that's problematic. Like that's just deep down shit. That's like that's how cancer gets made. Like
I mean that's the real concern, right? Like I'm like it has to be okay. I'm gonna move this aside, guys, just because I'm building a few other.
I can't wait till the one time. Like, how many bags do you have left?
4 bags. So this is the 5, including this one.
Okay.
No.
So when you open the next, like when you're on your last 2, I see you putting that to the side and dropping it, making it fall.
I mean, so as long as it's on camera, I am willing to do that. But
all right, sweet. What is that?
These are this is the tail. Like a tail.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It seemed more special in the.
There's another one. Haha. Yeah.
I thought it looked like the cape a little. So.
I am really happy that he's got a cool cape. Not.
He does look cooler, and like he is like Batman's like the fig. It's funny because like the figures are the coolest part.
Oh, yeah.
But
watching
you build them is not the most inspiring.
No. So I do have a bunch of like Todd McFarlane Batman stuff, but like there's a few that you can buy that are DC and Marvel where you'll get pieces of a larger thing. So if you collect like all 6 in this series, yeah.
Which is shit if you don't open them, but like.
So I haven't opened them yet, but I also don't have anywhere to display them. But I do have like a few sets. I have a lot of collections.
Yeah, like I have they're worth money too. Like I have all these collectibles, but I don't know how to unload them. Like I have all these UFC figures. in the garage. Like I can't even. Well, I could display them now, but I haven't. And so, like you saw GSP.
Yeah.
But I have like 40 others.
Yeah. Oh, hey, man.
Like, they're just in the garage, and it's just like I could happily sell them too. Like I don't. They're just. It's just more shit to carry around. And whatever happened to Technodrome guy?
He can't. So he's renovating his basement right now. So he's like, everything is kind of up in the air. And I'm like, dude, that sucks.
So I can't buy it because he has nowhere to put it, or
he has nowhere to put it. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still here, so maybe I'll get over my like not wanting to sell it, but like I do, like, and I don't.
I know, like, well, that's the thing is, you know what you should do is if you list it, is this something you're adding to it or a new? This is something I'm adding to it. I just moved it aside just because I just don't have this is going to be going down the sides of it to make the tail, Angie. What was I going to say? If like when there's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie or something, that's when you put it up, you post it, and people jump on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's going to be one anytime soon. So.
I think so.
They only made 2 of the last one. I didn't watch any of them either. But...
Oh yeah, they ruined April O'Neil. It's horrible.
With Megan Fox.
No. They did a cartoon one. It was horrible.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Have you ever seen Foad HP's Ninja Turtle thing or whatever?
No.
Oh no, it was funny. It was the first time I saw him. And then it's funny because it's like, and then, like he's like semi kind of professional comedian, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, I met him once and then he remembered my name. And it's just like I didn't even really meet him. It was just like, I'm like, great. I'm like, see, I get gay fans. Anyways, no, but he was talking about, he was watching it like with his nephew, I guess. I was going to say nephew because it's not pertinent.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, they were watching Ninja Turtles, and he's like the cartoon. And he's like, this is terrible. This is terrible. The one I watched when I was a kid, like you have to see that. So he like got it, and then they were watching it, and he's like, this is terrible. And I'm like, I've been there. Some things are less than the past. Like the memory of it is so much better than like the reality.
G.I. Joe, Thundercats, even the Transformers cartoon. Like I have the full series, the G1 series. I have the original He-Man. You can't watch it. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Like
I may have been developmentally challenged. I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. Like
one of the coolest thing I own is so I got it after it was like discontinued. So I got it for like $10, and I could probably sell it for like a few hundred. But it's like the second part of well, I don't know, like season 1 of G.I. Joe is like 100 episodes, like, so I don't know I think it's a part of a season. It's like part of like season 2 or season 1, and it has Rise of Serpentor, the fucking the mini series is in it.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's all anybody wants. It's all everybody wants. So I have that, and it's like on DVD.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty bomb, right?
I love the 1986 Transformers movie, and then the G.I. Joe movie, which was, I want to say 87, maybe it was 86, I don't know, but it was the one where they brought out Nemesis Enforcer, which I'm like, Nemesis Enforcer was one of the greatest characters who didn't speak ever in all time. Just throwing it out there, just so people know. 1, 2,
fuck that,
3,
Butcher.
4, 5, 6. You did speak, sir.
Eventually.
1, 2.
Oh, he didn't. He spoke. Did he not?
8. No, he just.
I had him. I might still have. No, I think he broke. I don't know.
Yeah, that was. I kind of want to get a 3D printer just so I can make those again. Yeah. I will happily make them all. Like no issue whatsoever.
But yeah, so that's. I eventually spoke, yes, because I didn't want to give up the opportunity of hosting the fucking contest. And I'm glad I didn't, because I got even more. They're like, holy shit, you're good at that. I'm like, we forgot that you do comedy. I was just like, yeah. This is, I'm like, the thing you hired me for, way beyond what I'm actually experienced in this. and it was insane because I love Sophia, fucking love Sophia,
Huh.
and like we were going into everybody fucking loves Sophia.
She's great.
We were going into Hexwood, right? And like my stardom has already like there's like it hasn't opened yet, but I'm like already like there's been waves made with my character, and I'm just like, and then I'm like, eventually I'm gonna have to do stuff live, and I'm I'm just like, Sophia, and she's like, I'm like, I have my concern. I'm like, I am worried about doing this next week, and she's like, you are the only thing I am not worried about whatsoever. And I'm like, I appreciate that, and that still makes one of us. And then I fucking nailed it. So it was like, but that's all anybody needs. I'm like, you just need one person with like undeniable faith in you, and you'll probably fucking.
Oh, definitely.
And then like, yeah, I was just like, the thing is, when I was just there with a thing, like I'm like looking around my station, I'm like, what the fuck can I do to try? And then by the end, I knew how to scare people and stuff without, like, because I was given nothing. Like I was just like, I was the character, and I had a storefront. Like there was stuff, but
Yeah.
I had no act. Like everything I had to bring to the table. And honestly, Cody brought more, but I was just, I don't know, like as far as the acting ability and stuff, but like, or like, I mean, like his just like his production is what I'm saying. But
I still remember when Chris replaced him for the night he had off. And then he put the knife in the guy's wiener, and I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, people got freaked out.
I saw it, and I'm like, that was horrible.
Horrible.
But he had a solid weekend of that, and that was because of me too. Because he was just doing nothing. Like he got upgraded so good to do that, and then so he had a good like weekend. And but you were already like, your character was so necessary where you were, so that wasn't. He was so unnecessary all the rest of the time.
That was such a pain in the ass for him too, because I remember how aggravated it was. But what are you gonna do, right? That is just how that is sometimes.
Oh yeah, he was like the bodyguard to the most hated person who thought she somehow was important.
Like she was the most important person, and you're like you should feel important for your own universe, but at the same time, like, shut the fuck up.
She came up to me. She's like, I should go around to all the acts and have them like bow to me. And I'm like, I'm pretty good. You can go to the other people. And then she got this, and she's like, I don't think you like me. And I'm like, I didn't, but I didn't even do anything to like. I was at best just indifferent to you. Like, I'm like, you are a nuisance. You are a failed idea.
I'll say something in chat and I'll subscribe. Oh, so you gotta go to open it up under your channel and put it in there.
Oh, so like viewing?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Serge. The Finnish dude figured it out. How do I mute this? There we go. And it just said the Finnish dude. Yes. All right. How do I chat here? How do I chat? I don't see a chat.
Should be. It should be on there somewhere.
There's like.
You may have to enlarge the screen.
Doesn't get any larger. Am I just? Why am I like? I'm in. Where's the?
I'm very excited to see what all those, but like, so that's the thing is, because I'm building it over here, you guys can't see, but it is a fin that is going to go there. I think now I have to build the other.
Oh, it just popped up. It took a while.
There you go. There.
Search made it easy. I even tagged him.
I mean, there you go. Hey, at Surge. There you go. See, all coming together, people. Just a matter of time.
Here, let's fix another problem. Here.
What's the other problem? What was the other problem, sir?
Other people who haven't subscribed.
Yeah. Check out Kyle's. That is. There we go.
There you can see who I tagged second.
There and don't do it, Victoria. It's not worth it.
She's the worst.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna be able to see this show after we get kicked off this channel.
Basically. Okay, so I'm going to both of them are on the bottom of it, so I'm going to build a second one, and then we'll put them all together because.
Yeah, like you know what I have? Like I still have like a bunch of my GI Joes here because I was like, fuck, I might as well try to sell them or whatever. But like mine are like well loved too. Like they're like fun and shit. Like I played like these things were like my best friends for years, and
yeah.
But like I want to do like videos with them and voiceovers.
Like,
yeah.
Listen, I have a lot of things that we could do that with, and now I'm going to build a Lego city. So I'm in, sir. I am in. Okay.
It's like thank God you're in. The only person who has the similar voice to me. Like, you really bring diversity to this. Was there any Greek GI Joes? I don't think there were.
We'll make Sergeant Slaughter a Greek. It's
Greek,
fine. Yeah. It's like, you are garbage. Come on. Yodzo. It's fine. I can make it work. I'll figure it out. It's no problem. No problem at all. Yeah. A Greek. You know, I would make globulous Greek. It's fine. That's absolutely. Because that's the other thing is like a lot of people do was not claymation, like still animation.
It's called claymation. That's still a thing for that, but it's
you know what I'm talking about, though. It's not with clay, but with like figurines, like stop motion. That's what it is. Stop motion.
That's what I was trying. I was gonna Google it. Yes, it's stop motion, but like technically claymation is stop motion too. But like
yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think both are acceptable until it's not clay. So.
Oh yeah. But that's why I'm like, we could definitely do that. That'd be. Oh, I would have such a good time with that. Absolutely. And even still, we can always like make the butcher, and then just do an animated version.
See, like 100%. Graham is doing an animated version of his shit, so it's like with like actual animation.
Graham
Barrett, anyways.
Why do I know that? I know who that is, but I don't know. Who that is.
I was banned for him. And, like he's right there.
Right.
And he was a Wet Leather. He had a character named Wet Leather. It's so fucking funny. He made a musical. Like there's a whole one-man show. Like it's so bomb.
Wow.
Like he's so talented. He has 500K fucking TikTok people now. Like he's just Bert Crusher liked a photo of me and him and like follows him now. And so did the dude from Shazam or The Office or where the fuck. I think it's the same guy. I don't know who the Shazam guy is.
Zachary something.
Yeah. Zachary Levy.
9.
Okay, yeah, he was in Shazam. No, but there's a guy in Office that looks like him, like that dude that doesn't date the chick or whatever. Or it takes 9 seasons for them to not be together or some shit. You
mean John Krasinski? Jim?
Jim, yeah.
I find it hilarious.
Yeah, they look similar. Anyways,
between the two of us, like
it's 2 shows. It's a movie and a show I don't watch. Okay, so I haven't watched either.
I know, but it's like the amount of things like you'll mention stuff to me, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then, but I'll mention stuff to you, and you're like, nope, idea what that is. And I'm like, how do you not know? Like, for me, the stuff you mention is super obscure to me. Yeah. But then at the same time, what I mentioned to you, super obscure. We could definitely pull off that whole I know between me and Kyle, we know everything. If I don't know it, Kyle knows it. So
yeah. Because we equally didn't watch the same shit at all.
Right? Which is like the wildest thing. You're like, how is this possible? But yeah, that is definitely the case.
See, like, I don't know if we're gonna go on Dan and do like the Breaking Bad thing, but it's just like I haven't watched Breaking Bad in like years. I don't know how to pick out an episode to like
yeah, no, that is
hard to like rewatch all of that for like that's a long watch. It's not like Seinfeld
also true.
because I have to watch like linearly, not just because Seinfeld doesn't matter. Really.
Yeah, Seinfeld, you could just
wherever. It's amazing how many top episodes were in the final season.
That is true. It's one of those things. Like Victoria has never seen Seinfeld, by the way, which I was like, what? How is this possible?
A lot of people don't like it too, but like some people are like, I hate Jerry. I'm like, everybody fucking hates Jerry.
That's the point.
Like it's all about the supporting cast. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like the idea that you would be like, oh, I like Jerry, but like, oh, you're a bad person.
I watched this show for Jerry Seinfeld.
No, absolutely not. That's horrific. That's a poor decision.
I was talking to people on set the other day, and I was just like talking about how reality TV and how shit it was. Like people, I forget how it was brought up, but she was like, I'm like the worst. She said Big Brother was brought up because more relationships last. I think it was like people dating online, like on these dating shows and stuff. And it's like more relationships have been successful through Big Brother than ever like The Bachelor, which The Bachelor is like a dating show, you know. And Big Brother is a show that has nothing to do with dating, but like people obviously. I'm like, yeah, you know why? Because they go on little dates and they spend all the rest, and they're always dating someone else, and then so like they never really form real bonds because it's all orchestrated. In Big Brother, they're locked in a house for fucking 90 days. I'm like, yeah, you have all the fights, you live together, you've gone through all the shit. And I'm like, it's forced couples. Like if they're still together, then they've been through it all. Like it's. I'm like, Big Brother is the best way to find a wife that will stay. Almost
like it kind of like that rationale. It checks out, right?
I'm like, yeah, they have nothing to do but be couples therapy and have to spend. They can't just have space. Like, my favorite word lately. So yeah, it's just I'm like, no, it's fantastic. Of course they're lasting. I mean, every logical explanation means it should.
I mean, that's fair. It's one of those things that people don't realize, right? Like,
like there's a reason. It's because, it's funny because I was describing why I don't watch Big Brother because I was working in the mall, and I had particularly annoying customers. And then I would go home and I turn on Big Brother, and it was just like all the same annoying people. And I was like, I don't want to deal with them in real life. Why the fuck am I watching them on TV? And then I turned it off and never did again. It's because also when Big Brother started, you know how they would, or even all reality TV, it was like, they'd have like a little diversity, but most of the people were relatively normal. And then you'd have like one or two people who were absolute characters.
Yes.
And then they start getting rid of all the normal people, and it's just like all these just extreme personalities. I'm like, you need a Dean Martin, you know, like you can't just have a bunch of Jerry Lewises running around. It's chaotic. It's not even entertaining. It's just annoying because they don't stand out. They're just all like, what's wrong with this lollipop guild? Like, so yeah, that's why I stopped. That's cool.
No, that's fair. I get it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to show it a little higher, but there's still some more stuff I need to do before this bad boy is done.
If it helps, I can get higher.
So if you guys see, this is the bottom, and this is how they linked up a lot of these pieces. So there's the like the underneath wings, but they just lie flat like that. Yeah, I do not have any Anything to partake with, sir. How dare you?
Oh, because I vaped.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so trippy? I just switched to the channel that like I'm watching, like us watching us. So there's a delay, and I just saw myself walking back into frame. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. No.
I'm like, this vape hit real hard because I just saw myself smoking it and sitting down. I'm like, but I'm sitting.
It's a top tier vape, people. It's a top tier vape.
I don't even like that I do it. And
Yeah, I find that when I do use a vape, it definitely gets a little bit much. I find I cough a lot, but
it's not good on the lungs. But like,
I don't think so either. But at the same time, it's easier than some other options, right?
well, I was talking to Rebecca. She's quitting smoking, so she got a vape, and she's just like, well, there's like 70,000 chemicals in a cigarette. And I was like, okay, well, touche. Because I was like, I think vaping is harder on the lungs. She's like, no. But I'm just like, I'm like, I'm not even trying to convince. I'm just saying, that's my, and I'm just like, but I'm smoking always THC, and she's doing nicotine. And so it's like a whole different thing. And she's using it to try and quit smoking, which she has, and she's going pretty good. Yeah. And she's like, so. No, like I'm not trying to discourage it. It's just compared to a cigarette, yeah, probably worse. But compared to a joint, I find the vaping a little worse. So it's all just, it's fine. There's a sticker on the back of my vape that I like never take off, and then I just read it, and it's like remove before using. And it's like it's been on there like since I got it months ago. But
well, now you know.
Yeah, so I just removed it, and
you feel 10 times better. 10 times.
They were like, it's the last one. Do you care that it's that color? And it's like two guys, and I'm just like, I don't know. I've been through a lot of stuff. I think I can man enough to like hold a pink and purple vape. Like I don't care. I didn't even consider that the color wasn't even an issue, and so it was just fucking silly shit.
That is accurate, sir. Let's be honest. Let me see here.
I love my job so much that like it hurts me to not be able to do it every day.
That's fair. I understand that the thought process there.
I don't know where. Yeah, that came out of nowhere, but it's. I'm surrounded by stuff. No, but I was just thinking about like being on set and people I was talking to and how like I want to go play pool with her, but I don't want to bring it up yet. And my friend. Because I kind of want, well, you know why, and I kind of want it to like come to me a little. I'll mention it in a bit, but I gotta let other things happen.
Yep.
Conversations and whatnot. So I like to come on here and talk vaguely about stuff so that it's at best confusing to people. But but you know what I mean. We should only make inside jokes.
Yeah.
I'm
down.
Yeah. Which I assume I've watched a few TV shows that only had inside jokes because they weren't funny at all. So
damn it.
They made another series of like Tank Girl, like the comics. Like this was like
what?
This was like 15, 20 years ago. And it's like, so it's an Australian production, and they're like, so they're making, so they're like, but like people, like they're writing stories, and then there's like people like doing the art and all this stuff, and apparently it's all in the same building, but there's like all these little inside jokes through the artwork for different departments because they're just like fucking around, like, you know, so like in these comics there's like all this layered shit just because people are like fucking around with other people in the same building working on the same project.
All right, everybody, so here is the moment of truth.
You're done?
No, not yet. So there's still bags 10, 11, 12, and 13. So right now we have this so far. The bottom has stuff. I think I put those on backwards. Son of a bitch.
I guess it does look the same upside down.
Hold on. No, let me do this. Because I'm holding it backwards. That's why.
Yeah. You're
So-
backwards.
I love that commercial with the "Your analog" was one of the greatest commercials ever. All right, so let me try and do this. So in good Batman style, which is the, and now he got
Damn it.
the wings and everything. It's really cool. I'll be honest with you guys. It's super cool. But here it is. So far, so good. And now I'm going to go lie down because my back's hurting. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time-ish, maybe a little bit later. We'll see what happens. And I will complete the Batwing. It'll be very exciting. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go have probably a poo and maybe a cigarette. We'll see. So see ya.